Yo, so all my Bible readers out there, how you like to read your Bible? Um, Most people are listeners on their phone, laptops, computers, or whatever, and most people actually like to hear the. I love that sound of the pages of the Bible. Me, I actually do both, and here's why. For uh, books like the Old Testament, I really like to listen, especially in Genesis, because it sounds like a movie when you listening to it. I'm a visual type of person, so I could kind of see everything that they talking about in the Bible in the Old Testament, and it really sound like Game of Thrones or one of those movies like that, like in the ancient Rome Greek days. So I'm starting the Bible all over again from the top, which is usually something I typically do at the beginning of the year, so I could read it every day all the way through. So I'm in Genesis right now, and I promise you, every time I listen to Genesis and some of the Old Testaments, it's like, wow. It make you think like it wasn't real, but it was actually real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, in the New Testament, I typically read those, even though the New Testament is correlated to the Old Testament, so they're both relevant. But for the most part, I will listen to more of the Old Testament, and I like to read the New Testament. So I don't know. What's your preference? I like to do both.
So there was no man with him when Joseph made himself known to his brothers. He wept so loudly that the Egyptians heard it, and the household of Pharaoh heard of it. Then Joseph said to his brothers, I am Joseph. Is my father still alive? But his brothers could not answer him, for they were dismayed at his presence. Then Joseph said to his brothers, Please come closer to me. And they came closer, and he said, I am your brother Joseph, whom you sold into Egypt. Now do not be grieved or angry with yourselves, because you sold me here, for God sent me before you to preserve life. For the famine has been in the land these 2 years, and there are still 5 years in which